Transformer. Transformer is a device which convert low voltage to high voltage and vice versa. Principle. Transformer works on the principle of mutual induction. So what about the construction of transformer? Transformer consists of two sets of coils which are insulated from each other. They are wound on the soft iron core, either one on the top of the other as shown in this diagram, or it can be separately but over the same core. One of the coils is called primary coil, which has number of turns in P. The other coil is the secondary coil. It has Ns turns. Often primary coil is the input coil and the secondary coil is the output coil of the transformer. Input is supplied to primary and output is taken from the secondary. When an alternating voltage is applied to the primary, the resulting current produces an alternating magnetic flux linked with secondary and induces an EMF in the secondary. The value of this EMF depends on number of turns in the secondary. If we consider an ideal transformer in which the primary has negligible resistance, and in this case all the magnetic flux in the core links both primary and secondary windings. If phi be the flux in each turn of the core at time t due to current in primary, when a voltage Vp is applied to the primary, the induced voltage across the secondary is Es or Vs. In the secondary with Ns turns, Es can be written as minus Ns d phi by dt, where d phi is the change in magnetic flux in dt time through the coil. If Ns is the number of turns in the secondary, EMF induced in the secondary can be written as Es, which is equal to minus Ns d phi by dt according to the laws of electromagnetic induction. The alternating flux phi also induces an EMF in the primary called back EMF, which is represented as EP, that is equal to minus Np into d phi by dt, where d phi is the change in flux in time dt through the primary coil, which has number of turns Np. Since the current through primary is very small, EP can be written as Vp, and in the secondary EMF Es can be written as voltage Vs if the circuit is closed. Vp is equal to minus Np d phi by dt. Similarly, Vs equal to minus Ns d phi by dt, since d phi is the change in flux in dt time in both the coils, primary and secondary. No flux leakage happens here. So what is Vs by Vp? Vs by Vp is equal to Ns by Np. Let this be equation number 1. For an ideal transformer, what is an ideal transformer? Ideal transformer has not any power loss, or input power must be equal to output power. Power input and power output are same. So if Vp is the input voltage, Ip is the input current, Vp, Ip equal to Vs into Is. So from this equation, what is Vs by Vp? Vs by Vp is equal to Ip by Is. Let us call this equation number 2. Now look at equations 1 and 2. So from this it is clear that Vs by Vp equal to Ip by Is, which is equal to Ns by Np. This Ns by Np is called transformer ratio. Ns by Np is called transformer ratio. How to represent Vs in terms of transformer ratio? Vs by Vp is Ns by Np. So Vs equal to Ns by Np into Vp, which implies that if Ns is larger than Np, numerator is larger than denominator. So Vs is greater than Vp. So which will be a step up transformer. So in step up transformer, voltage across secondary is larger than voltage across primary, or number of turns in secondary is larger than number of turns in primary. Then what about current? Primary current should be larger than secondary current, or secondary current is less than primary current. And in step down transformer, Vp is larger than Vs, or Vs is smaller than Vp. Np is smaller than Ns, and Is is smaller than Ip. So in step down transformer, voltage lowers, current increases. If the transformer ratio Ns by Np is larger than unity, it is a step up transformer. If it is less than 1, then it will be a step down transformer. What are the energy losses in transformers? There are 4 major energy losses in transformer. One is flux leakage. There is always some flux leakage. That is, not all of the flux due to primary passes through the secondary due to poor design of the core or the air gaps in the core. It can be reduced by winding the primary and secondary coils one over the other. Second energy loss is due to the resistance of the windings. The wire used for windings has some resistance, and so energy is lost due to heat produced in the wire, which is I square R. In high current, I is larger. Low voltage windings these are minimized by using thick wire. If area of cross section is increased, current can be reduced. Thus, high current can be reduced to low current. Third energy loss is due to eddy currents. The alternating magnetic flux induces eddy currents in the iron core and causes heating. This effect is reduced by having laminated core. And fourth one is the hysteresis loss. The magnetization of the core is repeatedly reversed by the alternating magnetic field. The resulting expenditure of energy in the core appears as heat and is kept minimum by using a magnetic material which has low hysteresis loss.